This is a Bernal harness test. So using this experiment, objective of aim of this experiment is to determine the Bernal hardness number of given aluminum and cast iron sample. Uh, Tools required are Bernal hardness testing machine, ball indenter, and Bernal microscope. So procedure, there are 7 steps in the procedure. The first step is we have to fix the load and duration of application of the load. So here there are 4 different metals are given. So we are going to use first metal is ferrous. For ferrous, the corresponding load is 3000 kg and the time is 15 seconds. The time of load is 15 seconds. Again, we are going to use aluminum. Aluminum, for that the load is 1000 kg and the time is 15 seconds. So this for steel we use 3000 kg 15 seconds and aluminum 1000 kg and 15 seconds. This is a standard value. Next, this is a machine, Brinell harness machine. Here we have a dial. We have a dial. Here we can for initial setting. For initial setting, and here we have to fix the workpiece. Above that we have the indenter. Above that we have indenter. Here there is a wheel. By this elevating screw, by rotating the wheel, the workpiece can be moved upward and downward direction. If you rotate clockwise direction, it will move upward. If you rotate the wheel counterclockwise direction, it will move into downward direction. Again, here we have the loading knob, loading unloading knob. When you rotate in clockwise direction, the load will be applied on the workpiece by the indenter, and if you unload it, it will be removed. Right. Next is you have to select the weight. Already I told you how much amount of weight is to be applied. So this is a place you got to apply the load. So for aluminum you have to apply 1000 kg, and after for steel you have to apply 3000 kg. So after that you have to press this button, then load will be applied. So it's a hydraulic system. Here this is a place we have to fix the workpiece. So by rotating the wheel, the screw can be moved upward, and the workpiece will come in contact with the indenter. So once the indenter is having the initial contact, here see, here there are, it's a big dial. Inside there is a small dial, and indicator is also there. Indicator also there. So when the initial setting is over, that can be confirmed by indicator, and the red spot has to coincide. The indicator has to reach the red spot. Then the setting is over. So now the initial setting is over. So after that, we have to apply the load. We have to apply the load. So this is a loading knob. You rotate clockwise direction, load will be applied, and you wait for 15 seconds. After 15 seconds, you remove the load. You remove the load. So now after load is removed, you take the workpiece, and this is a microscope. This is a Bernal microscope. You can, this purpose of the Bernal microscope is to measure the diameter of the indenter. So after indentation is formed, you use the microscope to find the diameter of the indentation. Diameter of the indentation. Already we know the diameter of the indenter. It is a 10 mm. So now you find the diameter of the indentation using this microscope. After that, you have to do the calculation. I got to do the calculation. This is area. This is a area of indentation. Area that can be calculated using this equation. Here, capital D is diameter of the indenter. How much it is? 10 millimeter. Diameter of the indentation. That you have to measure from the microscope. And you substitute all the values in millimeter. You substitute all the values in millimeter. So, substitute in millimeters. Similarly, the load you substitute in kg. So Bernal hardness number is load divided by area. Area you can substitute from here in millimeter, load in kg. So it will give you a number. It doesn't have any unit. It is a number, Bernal hardness number. So that will give the indication of hardness. And this is a table. In the table you have to enter all the details. So materials, we have used 2 material, One is cast iron, another one is aluminum, and load 3000 kg, 1000 kg indenter. We used 10 diameter ball indenter, and the diameters. Diameters you will get from the microscope. You have to enter the diameter. Here there are three diameters are given, but we have taken only one diameter. You enter the diameter, then you enter the hardness value. Hardness value you enter here. This is this you will get from the calculation. Then you have to write mean. We have taken only one reading. You write that reading. So this is a equation for calculation. Finally, results, you write the Brinell hardness number of aluminum and Brinell hardness number of cast iron. Good morning. So this is Brinell hardness experiment. Brinell hardness experiment. This experiment also used to calculate the hardness of the metals. Hardness of the metals. In the Rockwell hardness, we have seen how to calculate hardness of a steel and aluminum. Steel and aluminum. So here also we are going to calculate hardness of a steel and aluminum alone. Steel and aluminum only. But the thing is, this is another procedure. That's all. As I told already, there are different scales are available for measuring temperature: degree Celsius, Kelvin, Fahrenheit. Here also, this is another scale. That's all. Already we have seen Rockwell hardness. This is Brinell hardness. This is Brinell hardness. So here there is a set of procedures. To calculate the hardness of a material. But there in Rockwell calculated based on we are using one indenter. Indenter has a dimension. When some force is applied on the workpiece, it creates a indentation. It's an indentation. So here hardness is, there is a equation to calculate the hardness. The equation is a function of indenter diameter and indentation diameter. So indenter has a diameter. When it is pressed against the workpiece, it will form a indentation that will have a diameter. So indenter diameters already we know the known dimension. So after it is pressed against workpiece, it will create an indentation. That dimension, that diameter, you have to calculate using a microscope. We have a microscope. See, this is a microscope, a small microscope. This is used to find diameter of the indentation. Diameter of the indentation. You keep the workpiece here. You keep the workpiece here, and you can view from this top, and that will give the dimension of the indentation. So now we have the dimension of the indentation and dimension of the indenter. By using these two, you will be able to find the hardness. You will be able to find the hardness. So that is this is a procedure. Almost the procedure is similar to the Rockwell hardness, almost similar. But the thing is, in the Rockwell hardness, the reading is directly given in the But here we are measuring the diameters, and using the diameter we calculate the hardness. That is the only difference. Other than that, there is no much difference. But the value will be maybe different, but it has a some scale, that has another scale. So whenever if you want to compare a hardness of different material, you have to go for same scale. Yeah, Rockwell and Brinell cannot be compared. It cannot be compared. If you want to compare, you take the hardness of Brinell hardness for all material. You can compare. So it is a different scale. That's all. Now let us see how to do the experiment. So this is, as we saw earlier, this is aluminum piece. This is a aluminum piece. Sir, in the steel. This is aluminum piece, and this is a steel piece. So now we are going to conduct experiment on aluminum piece as well as steel piece, right? First aluminum. So here there are the loading conditions. There are differences there. Here we are going to use same indenter. Indenter is going to be same for the two different material, and the loading condition is different. For aluminum, we are going to use 1000 kg. Here you have to apply the load. Here you have to apply the load. We are going to apply 1000 kg. In case of steel, we are going to apply 3000 kg. But in the previous case, it was different, 100 and 150. But indenter were different. But here, same indenter, but loading condition is different. For aluminum, it is 1000. For steel, it is 3000. So you have to follow just procedure. Now let us see how to do the experiment. Now here already 1000 kg is there. Already 1000 kg is there. Sorry, 500 kg is there. We have a 500 kg already. Now 250 kgs we are going to put. This is 250 kg. This is 250 kg. So now 500 plus 250, it is 750. Again one more 250. One more 250. One more 250 kg. So now totally 1000 kg. Totally 1000 kg. This is for aluminum. This is for aluminum. Now you on the this is operating by hydraulic. So you have to switch on the hydraulic mode. Yes. Now load is applied. It is hydraulic is on. Now he is fixing the specimen. Now he is fixing the specimen. See, so he is fixing the specimen. As you rotate the wheel, if you rotate the wheel, the specimen is going upward. The specimen is going upward. He is selecting the place where there is no indentation. Now it is just it is touching it. You have to give the minor load. Minor, why it is you have to, that is the initial setting. When he rotate the wheel, slowly it will go up. The same time there is a dial. In the dial, it has to show 0. It has to show 0. Till then you rotate it. Is it okay? Okay. Now it is 0. So he was rotating the wheel. When if you rotate the wheel, the workpiece is going against the indenter. A minor load is acting. At that position, the indicator is showing 0. Indicator is showing 0. So initial setting is over now. Minor load is applied. Initial setting is okay. Now we have to apply the load. In the previous case, we applied in the Rockwell harness we applied the load slowly. There is no time. But here there is a time setting. There is a time setting. Load has to applied only 15 seconds. 15 seconds. You switch on the timer. Apply the load. Exactly at the 15 second you stop it. You unload it. You unload it. Right. Now he is going to apply the load. Now he is applying the load. Applying the load, is seeing the time. Seeing the time. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Time is over. Now it is unloaded. Now it is unloaded. Now you can release. Now experiment is over. Now he is releasing it. Rotating the wheel in the opposite direction. The specimen is coming down. Now he is taking the specimen. Now, see. Now you can see this is an indentation. There's a circle now. Inside the circle, the indentation is formed. Now, what you have to do in the microscope? In the microscope, you have to find the diameter. So this is a microscope. You keep the microscope on the workpiece and find the dimension. Now sir will measure the dimension and tell, right? Now he is finding the diameter of the indentation, 3.6 millimeter. 3.6 millimeter. The diameter of the indentation is 3.6 millimeter. That can be measured using microscope, a small microscope. Already we know the diameter of the indenter is 10 millimeter. The 10 mm indenter is used to produce indentation. The 15-second time was given for loading. So the diameter of the indentation is 3.6 millimeter. 3.6 millimeter. So using these two diameter, you will be able to find the hardness. You will be able to find the hardness. Diameter of the indentation and diameter of the indenter. That will give the hardness. There is an equation. You can refer the. Now we are going to test the cast iron specimen. Cast iron specimen. Okay. Now you already have seen the cast iron specimen. Already you have seen the cast iron specimen. Lot of indentations are there. You have to select another place where indentation is not there. So now he's going to apply the load. Already how much load is applied? 1000 kg is there. 1000 kg is there. Now 250 kg, 2750, 2750, and finally 3000 kg. 3000 kg. Now 3000 kg is applied. Already it is in on position. It is in on position. Now he taken the Castian specimen. He is fixing the Castian specimen. Now he is rotating the wheel. You keep the specimen and rotate the wheel. Now it is in contact with the indenter. Now it is in contact with the indenter. After having contact with the indenter, again you rotate for some time till the reading is showing 0. Till the reading is showing 0. Now the reading also 0. So minor load is given. Initial setting is over. Now we have to apply the load. How much second? 15 seconds. You have to apply the load 15 seconds. Now he is applying the load. Now apply the load. He is waiting for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 15 seconds is over. Now he stopped the loading. Now you rotate the wheel. The specimen is coming down. You take the specimen and mark the indentation. Mark the indentation. Now you can see the indentation. Now it is marked in red color. Now it is marked in red color. Able to see? It is in red color. Now what is another next step? Next step is measuring the diameter. Measuring the diameter of indentation by microscope. By microscope. By using the microscope, the diameter is measured. That is measuring 4 mm. It is 4 mm. Diameter is 4 mm. Now, already we know the diameter of the indenter. How much is what is the diameter? 10 millimeters. 10 millimeters. Now the indentation is 4 millimeter. Using the relation, you will be able to find the hardness. That's the equation to find the hardness. In the equation, you substitute the values and find the hardness. So this is the way you have to do the experiments. But you have to take 3 readings. You have to take 3 readings. You take the average of the value. Average value. Okay.